So in this video we're going to make the character move around, as you can see, and even crouch. So this is going to be amazing for starting the open world game. So just follow with me and I hope you get everything clear. So I will make my best to make sure you get the idea. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to explain what we're going to do, the steps that we're gonna do next. So here we have the process that we're going to do step by step. So the first thing is we need to download this stuff. So let's get and download Unreal Engine 5.7. So when you launch Epic Games launcher, you're going to see just like this. What we're going to use is this tab for downloading Unreal Engine. Go here to the library, and here as you can see I have two versions installed, but if you don't have any, just click on plus, choose 5.7 and hit install. You need to check MetaHuman. We're going to make our MetaHuman player later, and this to Android and iOS is very important, and apply then install. So since I already installed 5.7, I don't have to do it again. That's it. So let's get started and download Lyra sample. So here in Epic Launcher, this time we're going into Fab, and here in the search bar we're just going to look for Lyra, and we choose this one, Lyra started game, and we create a project. We give it a name as open world game. You can name it whatever you want. Here choose the path for the project. So I'm going to save it here and hit create. So here is where I saved the game, and we can just open the project from here. So when you open the editor, it's gonna be just like this. So we're gonna add world settings window here, and we're going to add another content browser over here. So drag it and pin it here. So basically, as we can see here, the experience definition, like, it's the main thing that holds all the features and the data of the game mode you're experiencing. So it has bound data and action sets and actions. You can distill, like, it's the same thing, but here you can make a experience action set, and you can store like actions inside it, but here you can just do it directly. So what we're going to do now is we're gonna make an experience definition and make a bound data asset, which has bound class, abilities, input, and camera mode inside it. So let's get started and create this. So here in the system experiences, here we're going to add a blueprint class of experience definition. Lyra experience definition, we're gonna name it something like open world experience definition. and here you can see we have the bound data and the action set and the action. We're not gonna use this a lot, just if there is one class that it doesn't attach to something like inventory, we're going to make differently this one action set, and all the data that has inventory stuff, it's going to be in experience action set. So let's get started and create bound data, and let's make it here. Go here and to the data asset, look for bound data, layer of bound data, name it something like bound data open world, and here we need an class, and input we're gonna just use this one, and here we're going to choose third person. So let's get started and create bound class, and look for hero default, and here name it something like hero open world. So here the first thing is going to come over here and make it -89, and still in the same thing, the mesh and animation to be mannequin base, and here skeletal mesh, look for many, invisible, and last thing is gonna look for cosmetics, and here when the parts change we need to make some codes, which is as matching gameplay tag, and see if it's masculine. We need to drag the mesh here, link anim class layer, duplicate it for the female, and drag the mesh and set skeletal mesh asset, duplicate it for the female. So if it's masculine we need to choose this unarmed anim layer, and here we'll look for many. If it's female we need feminine, and for the skeletal mesh we'll look for queen, invisible, make sure it's invisible. So we just close it and attach it here. So our hero open world, save it, and we need to attach that bound data over here in the definition, experience definition. So let's just test this, we don't need to add anything, just testing this. So you can see, let's make a map, and here we need just to new level. We can choose this one for testing, and let's save it to the maps and call it test map. Here we need to look for open world experience definition we made, and if we test we get nothing. And why? Because we didn't make an character that be shown in the world, so they just make a one. So in here so let's actually use this one. So this one it's going to use randomly between many as masculine and queen as feminine. We're gonna change this later, but for now let's come over here and this just for now just use this one component, and in the component we're gonna add controller, and here we'll look for pick random character. So now if we test, we have the character here in the level, but we cannot move. And why is that? Because actually we need another thing, which is the mapping. So even if we clicked, it doesn't tell the gameplay to use that input. So let's just add this default one, and now actually we can move. We can look around, and even we can crouch. But we cannot jump yet. Before we end the video, I want just to, as I said before, we need to make these things here more clean, so we can make these things more clean. So we can just click here. Here we're going to make a folder. Let's call it last as Lyra action sets. So let's just come to the data asset and look for experience action set, and here we're gonna make class as action set, and let's call it input. So all the input settings, it's going to be here. Let's duplicate it and make it cosmetics. So all the cosmetics component and actors, it's going to be here. So in here we're going to add an input mapping and add the default one, and we need to delete it from here. And the cosmetics, as we did earlier, we'll look for for the component, and then we'll look for controller, and here pick random character and hit save. Hit save here. Let's close this one and we delete this one. So, or just click this and it will delete everything. And then here we're gonna add the input and the cosmetics. So now if we play, we get the actual input mapping working, and cosmetics work also. So it's working very good. So see you in another tutorial, next one, and don't forget to support me by subscribing, and see you soon.